I never expected a single social media post to unravel my entire marriage, but that's exactly what happened last Saturday night. My name is Daniel, I'm 29 and I work in advertising in Chicago. My wife, Olivia, and I had been married for 4 years. Or at least I thought we were solid. Olivia was a fiercely independent woman, proud and confident. But lately, something had shifted between us. A cold distance that neither of us dared to speak about. That night, Olivia went out with her friends to celebrate a promotion she'd been waiting for months to get. I stayed home, tired from a long day, expecting her to be happy and relaxed. But around midnight, I saw a notification pop up on my phone. It was a post from Olivia's account. The caption was simple yet striking. A queen understands when it's time to walk away from a table where respect is no longer served. The words hit me like a punch. Was this about me? Was this about us? My heart raced as I scrolled through the comments, all praising her strength and wisdom, calling her a true queen and role model. But inside, I felt a sinking emptiness I couldn't shake. Earlier that week, Olivia and I had barely exchanged more than a few words. Dinner was silent, and when I tried to ask if something was wrong, she'd brush me off or say she was just tired. The laughter and spark that once filled our home had faded, replaced by cold civility and invisible walls. I kept replaying the last few months in my mind. The missed dates, the forgotten anniversaries, the times I worked late while she stayed home alone. I convinced myself I was doing my best to provide for us. But that night, Olivia's post made me question everything. Had I been blind to how much she needed more than just material things? I tried calling her, but her phone went straight to voicemail. No reply. I sent a message asking if we could talk, but it remained unread for hours. As dawn approached, I felt like I was losing her piece by piece. That morning, a text from Olivia's best friend, Maya, shattered whatever hope I had left. Maya wrote, "Olivia's been struggling for months. She feels unheard and disrespected. She's not sure how much longer she can keep pretending." I sat there, staring at my phone, the weight of those words crushing me. Respect, or the lack of it, had slowly poisoned our marriage. But the question remained. Could we fix what was broken, or had Olivia already made up her mind to walk away? That day, I decided to visit Olivia's workplace. Maya had told me she was spending long hours there, avoiding home. When I arrived, I found her sitting quietly in the corner of the cafe inside the office building. She looked tired, worn down by months of silent battles. "Olivia," I said softly, "can we talk?" She looked up, eyes guarded but not cold. "Daniel, I don't know if there's much left to say." I took a deep breath and tried to explain everything. How much I loved her, how sorry I was for not being there when she needed me, how I never wanted to hurt her. But she shook her head. "It's not about love anymore," she whispered. "It's about respect. Feeling valued, heard, seen. I don't feel that with you." Her words stung, but they were the truth I'd been avoiding. I realized I'd been so focused on the surface, the career, the bills, the routines, that I forgot to nurture the soul of our relationship. Over the next few days, I tried harder. I sent flowers, wrote letters, left little notes around the house. I made time to listen without interrupting, and I asked questions instead of assuming. Some moments were promising, but others felt like I was walking on thin ice. One evening, I came home early hoping to surprise her. Instead, I found Olivia sitting in the living room, phone in hand, staring at that same post again. The one about walking away from the table without respect. "I want you to know," she said quietly. "I didn't post that because I want to leave. I posted it because I'm trying to remind myself what I deserve." That hit me harder than anything. She wasn't threatening to walk away. She was trying to reclaim her own strength. But could I rise to the challenge? Could I become the husband she needed? Not just the one I thought I was? The road ahead was uncertain, filled with doubts and fears. Yet for the first time in months, I felt a flicker of hope. The next few weeks were the hardest I've ever faced. Olivia and I attended couples therapy, something we had joked about but never seriously considered before. The sessions forced us to face our mistakes, our fears, and the silent resentments we had both been carrying. She opened up about feeling invisible in our marriage, like a guest rather than a partner. I admitted how work stress had made me distant and distracted. For the first time, we spoke honestly without blame, without walls. Olivia's post about walking away stayed in my mind like a beacon. It reminded me that love alone isn't enough. Respect is the foundation. Without it, even the strongest relationships crumble. Slowly, we started rebuilding. I learned to recognize her needs. Not just the big gestures but the small, everyday moments. A sincere "how was your day?" A hug without agenda, listening when she just needed to talk. One evening after a quiet dinner, Olivia looked at me and said, "Thank you for trying. I see you. And that means more than you know." It wasn't a fairy tale ending, not yet. There were still wounds to heal and trust to rebuild. But it was a beginning, a sign that maybe, just maybe, we could find our way back. Sometimes, walking away isn't about giving up. It's about knowing when to pause, heal, and fight for what truly matters. Olivia's post wasn't a threat. It was a lesson we both needed to learn. And as we moved forward, I understood that respecting each other, truly seeing and valuing one another, was the most important table to never walk away from.